So it's time for chapter 28 in our permanent residency success stories. So this story again is a very special story, and personally I like this story because this particular couple didn't give up. So they had to go through a lot of difficulties, especially with the language test and so on. But the perseverance is the word that came to my mind because they were never willing to give this up. So what they said was, like, we're going to do, even if it takes like 10 times for us to do the language test, we will do it. So what I told them was, okay, you can do the language test, because they were aiming for a score of 515, 520, because first half of the 2024, you didn't have any draws. The score was around nearing 520s. So what I told them, okay, you can do it, you can target 520, but in the meantime, let's create the profile, and then we will keep updating it once we receive the language test. So they did that, and then luckily they were at the right time at the right place, and then on the score hits the all-time low, like the 52-week low for the year of 2024, that is like 27th August 2024, the score was 507 in the express entry draw. Guess what? Their score was also 507. So they were planning to do the language test, but they didn't have to because they got the invitation. So it's all about planning and then be at the right place at the right time. So what I can suggest, and the lesson that you have to learn, first get into the pool, then think about improving it. Sometimes if you're really lucky, you might not have to do the language test, as it happened with this particular couple. So let me show their details. So they retained us on 10th November 2023, and they wanted us to process their permanent residency application. So then we created their profile on March 14th, 2024, and they got the invitation on August 27, 2024. So as I told you, that's the lowest draw that we had for year 2024, and the score was 507. So as I told you, look at their score. It's exactly 507. So if we miss this particular draw, they will not have a draw up until now. So this is like February 2025. So they were lucky enough. And in the same time, the word perseverance is what I would suggest, because they didn't give up and they wanted to be in the pool, and then hoping that they can improve from there. And fortunately for them, they didn't have to, because the score came down rapidly, and then the 507, because of the tie-breaking rule, they got the opportunity. So after the invitation, we submitted the documents to IRCC on October 17th, 2024, and then they got their biometric request on November 29, 2024. And guess what? On 18th February 2025, they got the much awaited email. So the lesson in this story, what you have to learn, first get into the pool, then start improving. If something happens, if the scores comes down, you might be lucky.